washing at dawn, rinse away dreams, protect the gods within, and clarify the inner spirit. Purification starts all practice. First comes cleansing of the body, not to deny the body, but so that it is refined. Once cleansed, it can help us sense the divine. Rinsing away dreams is a way of saying that we must not only dispel the illusions and anxieties of our sleeping moments, but those of our waking ones as well. All life is a dream. Not because it isn't there, but because we all project differing meanings upon it. We must cleanse away this habit. While cleansing, we naturally look within. It is believed that there are 36,000 gods and goddesses in the body. If we continually eat bad foods, intoxicate ourselves, allow filth to accumulate anywhere outside or inside of ourselves, then these gods abandon us in disgust. Yet, our concerns must ultimately go beyond these deities in the temples of our bodies to the universal One. After we clear away the obscuring layers of dirt, bodily problems, and delusions, we must be prepared even to clear away the gods themselves so that we can reach the inner One. Interpretation. I am currently rereading the book by Vadim Zeland, Transurfing of Reality. So I have already the favorite quote from this day 2 reflection, or rather a line that resonates with me on multiple levels. And I like this added twist at the end. A life is a dream. And then because we project different meanings into it. If we try to create something, and if we try to create something of our own, we must be careful, or rather, we must be very attentive to what is there in our mind and spirit when we are creating that something. I am going to break it down. On micro level, let's talk about music. We create interpretation of a piece of music. The quality of that interpretation to a large degree depends on what is going on in your mind and how nurtured your inner musician is. What have you been feeding yourself? Do you continuously nurture your mind and ears by attending high-level or scale artistry, pure musicianship concerts? Or do you watch recordings? Or is it that all you hear is, for example, your peers practicing on an untuned piano in the adjacent practice room, and so your own session becomes about playing faster and louder than they do? That's a somewhat silly example, but also it's a real example. But this could be applied on any environment where you are. The point here is, do you feed your ears with pure thing of that profession, craft that you try to get better at, whether it's music or something else? That's why I tried to summarize it in broad strokes. On macro level, I feel like this idea ties to the first meditation. The shape of your growth, the trajectory of your personal development, your identity, and your impact on those around you will depend on what you are feeding your mind. What behaviors and habits do you participate in on a regular basis? Everything that we consume, whether on information level or nutrition, has a direct impact on the trajectory of our transformation. So to me, the message of day 2 meditation is in line with the interesting phrase I heard in another video a few weeks ago, and I'm going to post the link to that video in the description for you to enjoy as well, if this phrase resonates with you. And it goes as: either start your day or day will start you. Like I said, I will include the link. Now, I personally try to follow this as often as I can. So for me, it would mean that every day I would start with an hour of playing and 30 minutes of reading. I have a number of options around me here. And maybe a little bit of reflecting writing. Just writing, journaling, something to put thoughts down on the paper and move onto the rest of the day. And for me, I found that if I'm able to do that, it provides that cleansing for me. It washes away the tensions or frictions of the previous day or previous days, if there were any. And it allows me to artistically and spiritually do things in exactly the way I want them to be without any compromises, which is a big thing for me personally. Would be something else for you. Now, of course, for me, this ideal scenario doesn't work every single day, because it's not every single day I can start the day 1 or 1.5 hours before the actual start of the day. But depending on the week, even doing it 2 times a week provides that balance, that clearer scope, and it becomes that time, that moment when I sharpen my own tools before chopping the wood again. I hope you know and understand the reference. Spend time sharpening your tools rather than just keep running through the motions with Dao tools. So, my idea to you is create a space for yourself that will become that private bath for your mind and spirit. Find what works for you to stay attuned to your purpose. The purpose that you have defined for yourself for this year or for this quarter of the year.